Clank, did you see me out there against that shell shot guy? Yeah, I saw. Yeah.
You worry me, Ratchet.
Come on, Clank. Can't I just enjoy the moment?
Do you realize how many other heroes they have killed? Here, watch this.
And now for a Vox News action update.
The new season of Dread Zone is underway and on pace to break ratings records once again. This year's contestants include the notorious mafia crime boss known as Ratchet, seen here at his Mokhtar estate.
And to think that other networks actually call him a hero.
It's truly sad, Dallas. Other notable contestants include Ratchet's ruthless robotic accomplice, Clank.
I never did like the look of him, Juanita.
I'm just glad he's off the streets, Dallas. And lucky for us, the Vox All-Star Exterminator crew is headed once again by five-time grand champion Ace Hardlight. Last season, Ace shocked the galaxy by terminating a record 13 contestants, including Captain Starshield, the Brown Ranger, and Mad Monkey McKnight.
Dread Zone's 6 trillion fans are in for some unbelievable action over the coming weeks.
They certainly are, Dallas.
Yeah, I remember hearing about Ace Hardlight when I was a kid. He was this famous hero who disappeared.
That must have been someone else. Why would a hero kill other heroes for money?
Not money, Tin Man. Fun.
I do not understand.
You traitor! Do you think this is some kind of game?
That's exactly what it is, Furball. And you're going to be the star of my highlight reel. I'll see you soon, Lombax.
Ugh, so dark. Anyway, hello everyone, this is Roxas1359, joined with...
Hello, Japan.
Yep, I brought another new guest. So, Mr. Japan, please introduce yourself.
Hey guys, I'm Hello Japan. I run a channel just like Roxas here on YouTube. We met each other well over on Game Anyone, so that's kind of where we met each other. And I've been playing games and doing LPs for about 4 years now, so I'm pretty familiar with this kind of stuff.
He's my senpai. He's older than me. So, yes, I decided to bring Hello Japan on for Ratchet Deadlocked because you actually more recently did Ratchet Deadlocked. What was that, 2 months ago or so?
About, yeah, I did it. I recorded it over the summer. And now I'm not sure. Are you playing it on PS3 or PS2?
No, I'm doing the original PS2 version.
Yeah, see, I did it on PS3, and it was okay.
Yeah, I didn't want to do the PlayStation 3 version because it had a lot of frame rate issues from when I was playing.
I noticed that while I played it.
Oh, the Arbiter. So beautiful. So expensive.
Now, I didn't really... I kind of stuck with a few of the basic weapons through my Let's Play. I didn't focus too much on the upgrading guns and that sort of thing. Is that something I missed out on?
Not really as much, because if I remember correctly, you were playing on the normal difficulty, right?
Yeah.
I'm playing on the second hardest difficulty, so every single weapon is needed for me, because it is unfair. Pretty much on this mode, for this episode, we're actually going to be doing the Avenger tournament right now, and you're going to be seeing the amount of damage that these enemies do. It's ridiculous. It's to the point to where I think that, honestly, any armor change is just cosmetic. Because I've gone through this game, and it just kills you so fast. It's not even funny.
I mean, I remember playing this, I don't even know how many years ago, whenever it first came out on PS2, and it felt really easy, and it felt easy again. So is this one of the things you would recommend, like pushing up to a higher difficulty just because it's easy on the lower levels?
I would say do it on the difficulty that's one higher than the normal difficulty, because heroic and the hidden difficulty known as exterminator mode are just
they're just killer.
Yeah, and those modes actually highlight a problem I have with Deadlocked, and that's at the checkpointing in this game. You'll die so many times that it'll really show you certain missions that are pretty bad with the checkpointing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I didn't have too much difficulty with it because I guess I was playing on normal, so I it was one of those decisions where I was like, okay, I'm going to play a normal because I know it's easy, and I just want to get through the game because, personally, I didn't really enjoy Deadlocked too much. I just prefer the interactions between both Ratchet and Clank, and just because it's not here that much, I just kind of wanted to get through it as quickly as I could.
And I don't blame you. This game was one of the ones where they were trying to make it a little bit more darker, but luckily it didn't have the same... For me, it didn't have the same sudden shift in tone that, Jak and Daxter the Precursor Legacy going into Jak 2 had. That mood whiplash.
Yeah, I've been playing a little bit of that recently, and it was a shocker even back then. And it is still today too, so.
And I mean, for this one, I don't hate Deadlocked, and I can see what they were doing with this one more, because the arenas were a popular thing in Ratchet and Clank 2 and Ratchet and Clank 3, so they decided, okay, let's make an entire game based around this one mechanic.
Yeah.
And that's not too bad, it's just, I'm just going to harp on the checkpointing system in this, and this won't be apparent until the next episode, actually, because, for one, the checkpoint actually, if it's a mission that involves nodes, it checkpoints you getting the node, but it will put you back at the exact start of the mission.
See, now it goes back to that whole thing. Like, I decided to play a normal, so I didn't really notice that. And if I died once or twice, it didn't really bother me. So I didn't really notice that. But that was interesting.
It's really not too much of a problem because, I mean, in all honesty, I didn't die too many times in this game to where it showed it was bad. The one that showed it was really bad is a later mission when you're a liberator, I believe, towards the end of the game is when it was really bad because, jumping the gun a bit here, it's the mission that involves the meteors, that planet.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
And in the last one where you have to capture the nodes, it checkpoints you getting the nodes, but you end up at the beginning of each section and all the enemies have respawned. So you have to go through wave after wave of enemy just to get to where you were before, instead of it just checkpointing you at the last node you ended up, capturing. So I don't understand that.
Yeah. Now, this the gun you were using a minute ago that was shooting I don't know what it was called, but it was shooting like the mines out and it was blowing up with lava.
Oh yes.
I like that. That is a really, really good gun. And I had the same modification on mine, too. I think, was it Napalm? Was it called? Napalm?
Glory, Napalm.
Yeah, I remember using that. That was a really, really, really good gun.
I use that with the Hunter-Seeker mines, and oh my god. I see nothing but napalm. Now, interesting thing about the Avenger tournament is this is the only tournament in the game in which you don't fight an Exterminator, because you would have already fought Shellshock on Kronos. So, it seems odd that you only do that and you fight all the other Exterminators here.
Yeah, do you get like, I don't remember that, but do you get an extra round of enemies to fight or something? Because normally, isn't it just like a round of enemy, and then a boss or something like that? Do you just get extra enemies, or is it more difficult, or...?
No, in terms of the different difficulties for what this does, it's the same thing, it's just the enemies do ridiculous amounts of damage.
Okay.
And then... that's really it, is just the ridiculous amounts of damage that the enemies do, to the point to where, again, the armor is going to be just purely cosmetic when we end up getting it.
So it's all about strafing and making sure you're not in the line of fire.
More or less. So I have a question to ask you. Did you play the game in lock strafe mode, or did you switch it to the Ratchet and Clank 3 setting?
I don't remember. I think I just left it at default. So whatever it was in default, I left it at.
That's lock strafe.
Okay, that's what I played in then.
Yeah, it's very odd that this game actually has it in lock strafe mode as a default, but I can't do that, like, at all.
And now that you mention it, I remember, I think I mentioned it during the video as well. I remember it bothering me, like, it just feels different. I couldn't pinpoint it, but that would explain why it felt different.
Yeah, it's because you end up having, instead of L2 and R2 being the lock and strafe, you have it be, you just naturally do it, and that's just odd to me. I can't do that. That's
what it was then, yeah. I remember it being odd, and I didn't, for whatever reason, I didn't go and look into the options menu and try and fix it.
In all honesty, I didn't know that you could change it before this LP.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I had played Deadlocked beforehand, simply just in lock and strafe mode, and when I found out I can make this play as Ratchet and Clank 3's controls, oh boy!
Hey, maybe I should go back and take another look at it. Just you know, not record it or anything, but just see what it's like. That's actually kind of cool to know.
And then you could try it on heroic mode and see how ridiculous it gets.
Yeah, I could try that.
I love this gun, the Hollow Shield Launcher. It saves my life more times than I can count.
And see, it goes back to that other thing. Like, I never used this gun. There was very few. I used the fusion rifle. You just took it out. I used that a lot.
The fusion rifle is one of the most powerful ones in the game.
Yeah, I absolutely adored that gun.
The Arbiter is the only one that actually gets to be more powerful once you fully upgrade it. But otherwise than that, did you ever get any weapons to level 10 in the playthrough?
I think I might have got one or two, but I probably did. I just don't remember. The dual pistols, I'm pretty sure those got whatever the names of those were called. I'm pretty sure I got those to level 10.
Yeah, because each one of them actually ends up giving a unique full upgrade mod, and the one for the fusion rifle is actually an XP mod that will give you more experience.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I don't think I got the fusion rifle all the way up, but I did use that gun quite a bit.
It's a lifesaver. Just like I realize right now, I'm like, oh god, these guys are behind me. Yeah, this game can get pretty dang hectic, and I'm scared because I am one hit away from dying.
Oh, so they can deal up to 11 damage easily.
Oh, they can do up to more with that. The giant guys with what I am going to effectively call wrenches, they can two-shot you.
Oh, wow.
They can two-shot you.
It turns from, you know, happy-go-lucky Ratchet and Clank to something like Dark Souls.
Oh, I'm scared trying on Exterminator mode because some people had messaged me before when I told them that I was doing Deadlocked, and they said, oh, you should do it on Exterminator mode, and I laughed at them and said, I don't want to get one shot, please. It's ridiculous what they can do. And it gets to the point to where it's just not fair. And I just say this as a person who's not played Dark Souls. So I'm not used to the balls in the wall insane.
Yeah, no, I mean, I only recently I've ever gotten into Dark Souls, and I'm still too chicken to play it.
My friend Link's Paradox, he actually ended up getting it on the Games for Gold, and he said he really enjoyed it, so I might give it a shot sometime.
Yeah, no, it is very, very unforgiving.
Yeah, that much I've heard is that it's just highly unforgiving. Oh, everything dies. It's beautiful. And now on to the Tower of Power. I have to love Dallas Wanamaker's line clips in this game.
Now,
like,
sorry?
Oh, no, you go.
No, I was going to say, I remember doing this for whatever reason, this part right here exactly. Do you come back and do this obstacle course multiple times? Is that why I remember it so clearly, or?
Yes, you do this one in a later tournament, only it's been modified slightly.
Okay. Yeah, I remember jumping these platforms and how much of a pain it was.
I don't have much of a problem with the platforms because I play a lot of platformers in general. I have a hard time with swing shot targets, though, because the swing shot in this game is mapped very weird.
Yeah, I remember having problems with the swing shot as well. I mean, I've always, in all the Ratchet and Clank games, I've always had problems with the swing shot for whatever reason, either timing it too soon or timing it too late.
See, I've played Ratchet and Clank games so much that I'm so used to it. This is the only game out of all of them, even the Future series, that treats the swing shot differently. For one, when I switched the controls to the Ratchet and Clank 3 controls, that would have been, okay, I have two fire buttons, which means I can use the swing shot on either one. No, in this game, if you have it to that control setting, you have to use the circle button in order to use the swing shot. You can't do it any other way. It won't deploy. And it's just rather odd. Yeah. Oh, great, we got a King Leviathan and a guy who can two-shot me. Get away.
Also, that was the guy you were saying with the big wrench.
Yeah, see, look, he did 17 damage, right?
Yeah, that's not good. So these shields really, really do come in handy. I see that, yeah. Yeah,
they save your life more often than not. And I try to use the B6 Obliterator a bit more, but honestly, it ended up becoming my least used weapon when compared to, like, the Hunter Secret Mines.
Okay.
Ow!
Oh, better watch out. Oh.
give me at this point I'm like nanotech, go.
I was like that so much as well, just screaming, give me health, please.
Now, people might be wondering, and I might as well say this, why is it that we're doing post-commentary for this? For those who didn't see my update video, this actually required an intensive amount of audio editing. I might actually put a picture of what the project actually looked like when it was done for this. I was able to salvage this audio up to 1 hour and 47 minutes. After that, I couldn't save any of the audio at all.
Yeah, I know that feeling. I actually had a terrible time with playing through Halo Reach a while ago, and I'm actually re-uploading that to YouTube now. I had the same experience where it took me like, I don't know, let's say 10 hours to play the game, but it took me probably 24 hours to edit everything because the audio was so screwed up.
Yeah. And now that we have completed the Avenger tournament, we unlock Shar and Orkson, which apparently is now in the Shadow Sector.
We now have a new Avenger. After making his fortune selling cigarettes to children, Ratchet went on to pilot a tanker ship for Zexon.
A week later, Ratchet got drunk and crashed his tanker into the ocean world of Equados. Who can forget these graphic images of baby seals smothered in radioactive waste? Little Coco never had a chance.
How could you? What did little Coco ever do to you?
What?
Al, how can you believe these ridiculous lies?
No. I was just, you know, I mean...
Come on, guys. We need to get out of here before we all wind up dead. What's the plan?
I have been chatting with a tech droid on the operations level. She may be able to provide the blueprints for these Deadlocked collars.
That's great!
But we must be very careful. Fox has eyes everywhere.
That was a lot harder to sync up than it actually looked. Because I don't know the lip syncing in this game. I've never really had to do this with Ratchet and Clank games in general, to where I've had to audio edit so much. But lip syncing them is actually a lot more difficult than it looks.
I mean, I would imagine, because I wouldn't think that they would be, you know, exactly one-to-one. It would almost be more them just moving their mouth to make it look like they're saying stuff, right?
For the most part, Insomniac has a good job of actually syncing up with other things, but sometimes it's a little bit hit or miss, especially in the early Ratchet and Clank games, I would notice. The Future series is perfect with that, especially in A Crack in Time, in which all the costumes except for, I believe, the Dan costume actually are lip-synced even inside the cutscenes.
See, now it's strange because I played through Tools of Destruction, and I had a horrible time with the cutscenes. Like, it would always become out of sync, and it wasn't my capture software; it was literally the game. Now, I don't know if you ever had that problem, but it was really, really bad.
I've never recorded the Future series yet, because after this game, I'm actually doing the spin-offs. And I know that you've done Secret Agent Clank, but have you done Size Matters?
No, I haven't recorded Size Matters, but a couple years ago I did play it on the PSP, yeah.
Yeah, because that's what I'm actually going to be doing next, is going to be Size Matters, and then Secret Agent Clank, and then I'm going to go to the Future series.
Okay, yeah. I don't know, I didn't really care for Size Matters too much. I mean, it was fun, you know, at the time, for it being just a standalone, handheld Ratchet and Clank game. It was awesome when you were a little kid driving around and whatever. But I tried it and I just couldn't get into it for whatever reason.
I was somewhat the same way. I'm gonna be doing it at the request of my friend, because she said that one's actually one of her favorite Ratchet and Clank games. So I should probably give it a chance. I didn't probably give it too much of a chance, but. Anyway, now that we're Avengers, we have new Dread challenges. Oh boy, we have the Perfect Chrome Finish and Close and Personal. I believe Close and Personal is a wrench-only challenge.
Ooh, gotta love that.
And on this mode, that's a death sentence. That's a death sentence. It's not going to be shown in this video, but I actually ended up dying in that mission. And the only reason why I kept it out was because I ended up taking about like 10 minutes on that mission in general, and I didn't want to keep in a 10-minute failure.
No, yeah, I know that feeling too. So of these hollow shields right here, how many are you allowed to pop up on at one time?
4 at maximum, so I usually end up doing this. Just
make a
shield
little home for yourself.
Yes, because right now I believe this is the one where we can't take a hit, and so this just helps out greatly. And when you have the acid mod on it, it does a lot more damage than the acid mod would do on, say, something else. It's very, very helpful for the shields, and in fact, I would not have been able to get through this game at all if I did not have them.
Wow. So I don't quite remember. So you're working on the challenges right now. Are all of the challenges required, or are some of them just extra?
They're extra challenges. For this game, what you have to do is you have to get a certain amount of points and medals to qualify for the next tournament. By the time I get done with this, actually, with the second tournament, which is the Crusader tournament, I will already have enough points to qualify for the next tournament, the third tournament, I believe Vindicator, and then right after that, I just do one Dread Challenge, and I already qualify for the Liberator tournament.
Oh, wow.
But because I'm not doing this game 100%, and because I am secretly a masochist, I decided, you know what? Since I'm not doing it, I'm going to play it on a harder difficulty, and I'm going to do all the Dread Challenges. And I almost would have not been able to do that because of a later Dread Challenge.
So after completing all these challenges, is there a completion bonus for at the very end of the game? Do you get like a special skin or something for getting 100% of the game? Do you know? Are you familiar with that?
The Exterminator cards.
Ah.
The Exterminator cards. I sped this up because this is me doing the wrench only challenge. That's why this is sped up right here. So you're seeing 60 frames per second, Ratchet running like a little chicken shit. Run, run, run as fast as you can. Please don't catch me. I don't want to die. But yes, the Exterminator cards. What the challenges do, and this is actually tied in with your difficulty as well, because whenever you load up a game, you can change the difficulty. You might have noticed the stars that are on the side whenever I complete a challenge.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of bringing that up.
They are controlled based on the difficulty you're on. The stars are used to unlock new costumes. Multiplayer mode actually has a plethora of different ones, and right here I'm going, what the fuck?
Oh, wow.
No! No! That actually happens a lot in Char, too, that you're going to notice. But the stars are used to unlock different skins. And on 4-star in general, you still will not have enough to unlock all the skins. In fact, by completing all of these on Heroic and having 4 stars, every single Dread Challenge, I am still missing 1 skin. And the only way I can rectify that at this point is if I were to play on Exterminator difficulty.
Let's do it.
I wouldn't mind if there was an online multiplayer for campaign.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of extra skin for that. I might end up doing it for Scarlet Equinox one of these days. We might just end up doing that because there's the Jack skin that's exclusive to it.
Oh, cool.
But the odd thing is, it's not the Jack you'd think they'd put in it.
Really?
It's Precursor Legacy Jack.
Ah.
It's not Jack 2.
Oh.
I know, it's odd. But, anyway, guys, I think we're going to end it off right here. This has been Roxas1359.
I've been Hello Japan.
And, next time, we're going to Char.